How's it going, everybody? So today's video, I wanted to kind of wrap up the video I did, I think it was a week ago, with the ones or the characters in the game for Galaxy of Heroes that you really want to have fast mods on, and who you want to be kind of the fastest. So the flip-flop of that, the other side of that, is who you want to really have little to no speed on, or really no speed on whatsoever. So I'm going to show you, this is really for GAC and TW, I guess you could say. And I'm going to show and pick some of my favorite teams I like to use at the moment. And if I miss any, I'll try to do my best and go back and see what I'm missing there. So one of the teams I want to start off with, this is a defensive team, is Darth Revan. So Darth Revan, I'm going to kind of pull up all of the dudes for that team. So I think I have a Malik in a different team at the moment, so you can't really, I can't pick him, but just assume that he's in this fifth slot. So in this team, it's kind of hard to say this. The reason I'm going to just do this team is because I want to go hit every team really in the game. So when it comes to this team in particular, you almost want them all to be kind of fast. There's a little bit of a difference, though, in some of these counters. Like, if you know that your guy uses Padmé versus Darth Revans, then I would really mess with them. You know, I would go for a slower Malik, but it's kind of hard to do that before GAC lock. You don't know who you're going to be fighting, but that's just like one thing. But typically, for like the most part, you want to have Malik fast. Out of everybody here, I think the one you don't need fast is really Sith Marauder, because with him and how he functions is that he gets more turn meter whenever somebody uses an ability outside of their turn. So he's gonna be getting 20% turn meter that way, and on top of that, with Ferocity, they're gonna get a lot more speed. So he is one I really wouldn't say you need a lot of extra speed on. I would just go for a lot of offense and crit damage, making sure that he hits like a freaking truck. Mine's only gear 11, just don't mind that. Kind of just think of him being gear 12, maybe gear 13. Kind of similar with HK2. HK, you don't need to be crazy fast. I would kind of just focus on the offense, because if you guys think of it, the people you want to be the fastest are Darth Revan and Basileus Fallen, with Malik being kind of fast up there, doing the fears and the AoE fears rather, and then Basileus fear, and making sure that they all go first, and then they get the CBM on the other team. They can't do any debuffs. And then your guys, the attackers like Marauder and HK, they come and do their big damage, and they clean up the house. So in this team, HK and Marauder, I would say, don't need crazy fast mods on. So that's just my take on it. And like I said, there's going to be some teams here that you really don't want a whole lot of speed on at all. And then there's some that you do need some, but not like insane amounts of speed. You know, I'm not talking like 130 plus speed sets here. So that's just like one of them. So in this team here with Jango, this is a Jango Fett team. Yeah, you could use this on offense, but I like using this guy on defense at the moment. So one guy, I mean, really everybody here, you need to be fast, right? So the reason you want these guys to be kind of fast is you need Jango to apply his burning before really anybody goes. Kind of stomps out the troopers, and it stops out the JTR teams. And then you want Bosk to be fast as well to get his taunt going. And then with the frenzy, he can go again after somebody else uses a special ability. Zam, you also want to be fast as well so that you can apply her detonators and proc the contract off earlier. Same can be said about Boba Fett. So the fifth slot here, it's kind of hard to get that other person fast because there's not as fast of bounty hunters. If you can just see for a second. So yeah, there's not that fast bounty hunters here. Yeah, you could probably make Embo kind of fast, but the fifth slot, for me, and what I like to use is Dengar. Just a simple, straight and easy to the point Dengar. So Dengar doesn't need to be that kind of fast. He can be kind of slow. You know, I would almost mod him. He's he's an attacker, so you can just mod him for, you know, crit chance, making sure that with this special, whenever he does crit, he applies more of these things. So that's awesome. You know, more TMR, more dots, and then of course tenacity down. So I would probably mod him for a lot more crit chance, offense, and maybe some CD. And he doesn't need to be fast at all. I mean, if you think about it, if you can just get these other guys as fast as they can possibly go, proc the contract off ASAP, and then he goes, I mean, it's going to be fine anyways. So just one guy there is probably not the best team to kind of showcase, but it is what it is, right? So this next team is Nightsister. So this is one I would kind of say almost similarly to the one we just saw before with Jango. One you don't need to be crazy fast is really just Zombie. Maybe Talzin as well, but the ones I would say you want to be fast here are Asajj, Spirit, and Daka. You want those guys to be fast. You can do Dispels, do some what is it? The TMR with her AoEs on her on Asajj, and also Daka can stun as well as Spirit. So, and I guess for that matter, also Asajj can too. They can all stun really. So that's important to have those guys the fastest. Talzin, I like to have her kind of fit somewhere in between if I can. If I can't, she's gonna be kind of the slowest out of the bunch. besides Zombie, of course. Zombie, you don't need to have speed at all, really. She's just there to tank, and tank really good. I like to have Zombie, though, or I mean, I like to have Talzin, though, go after Doc, go after Asajj, go after Spirit, so that she can do her Plague, and then lock in all of those debuffs. Because with Plague, you can't really get rid of those debuffs, because that's how Plague kind of works. If you have Plague on somebody, and you do a debuff, it kind of sticks. So it says here, I guess it doesn't really say too much, does it? But pretty much you can't really dispel it unless you go back to full HP. So like, for example, if somebody had a stun, like if you were fighting Grievous, and Grievous goes below 100% HP and he's the last one alive, typically a stun, he's going to just, cleanse that on himself. But if you have Plague on him, you get a stun, well, that's going to stick because he can't cleanse that. He's not at 100% HP, right? So I like to run Talzin to be locking in those debuffs beforehand. So, Asajj, Spirit, Go, and then she goes, AoE, Plague, locks in those debuffs, and you're good to go. So that's just like 1 point. And then Zombie, you don't need to be fast really at all. She's just a taunt. She's a tank. She's going to be a punching bag. So just make her kind of slow. So that's it for that team, right? So this team is a bit interesting. For the most part, I would like to have everybody kind of here fast. Just to make sure the TM kind of runs a little bit faster here. So I think in my other video I did about this, you wanted Droidica to be slow, but you really don't. The faster Droidica is, the better it is for B1 to go, and the better off your team is with a TM and going and doing your big hits. So in this team here, I'm going to say is I think B2 and Magna Guard are the only ones you can kind of go slower on. I still would say though, if you want to really get better holds, is making them all kind of fast, with especially Grievous and B1 to be super fast. And then B2, I would say, maybe around 200 speed, the same with Magna Guard, just so they can get their turn meter up quick and do their big AoEs and their taunts, and how they roll. So, I mean, for the most part, you don't need to have them super fast. So mediocre speeds, or if not really any speed at all. So that's just one of them. If you want to run the Watt counter, or the Watt team with, instead of Droidica, tossing in Watt needs to be fast to get more tech off. And then if you were to run Newt, he needs to be fast as well. So this is a fast-going team. A lot of these teams on defense are kind of fast-going. So, yeah, just pretty much IG 100 and also B2 need to be kind of, or they don't need to be fast, but they can, they can if they wanted to. So mediocre speeds on them. So Newt team, this is everybody has their different variations of this team, right? So I would say in this team, whoever you want to have a taunt, you don't need crazy mods on them. You do want to have a fast Dooku, and Newt they have to be fast. Just plain and simple. So a taunt, you could toss in L3, you could toss in, like I'm running here, Zalbar, even Stormtrooper Han. You don't need them to be fast. Really, anybody who's a taunt in this game, they don't need to be fast. But the faster they are, the better it is, kind of with how the team runs and functions. So in this team, really just Zalbar, maybe Mission and Stormtrooper Han. But you for sure want Newt and Dooku to be fast. So that's just that team really quickly and briefly. So here's a team that's pretty easy, I think. The Geos. Who do you need to be slow in this team? Well, there's really 3. 2 of which I think you want some decent mods. Maybe a third you want some decent mods on. But the ones you don't really need any crazy fast mods at all is Sunfac and Geospy, Soldier. Spy can be kind of fast if you want him to, but the reason you don't need him to be that fast is because he gets a lot of more turn meter whenever somebody applies a debuff. Right here, 35% turn meter whenever somebody inflicts a debuff. So you don't need him to be that fast, especially with Soldier. You don't need him to be that fast either, because whenever he does crit, he gets 25% turn meter, and with all those assists, they're going to be going fast no matter what. So you don't need those guys to be fast, guys. The ones I would say you need to be fast are for sure the Brood Alpha and Poggle to get more cleanses earlier on, more offense up, dispelling and all that sort of stuff. So you need those guys to be fast. The ones I would say you don't need a whole lot of speed on are Spy and Soldier. Sunfac, yeah, you can make them kind of fast, but it doesn't matter as much. So I'd really just kind of focus down on to those 2. They don't need to be fast at all. Spy and Soldier, they're your damage dealers. They don't need to be fast. Plain and simple. So moving on is Padmé. I have a weird one with Malik right now on defense, just because I'm kind of having a fun time with this team on defense. It's getting me some good holds. So in this team, let's talk about the different variations of Padmé. So the fast one is with her on defense or non-Darth Malik counters. You want her to be fast in that aspect. But when you're countering Maliks on offense, you want her to be kind of slow in that whole slow Padmé team that I've showed you guys before. But besides her, who else doesn't need a whole lot of fast mods on? Well, Ahsoka. Ahsoka gets, if you're running her with Anakin, she gets 25 speed plus 25 extra when Anakin's there. So 50 extra speed. And it's not that hard to get her kind of fast. I mean, mine doesn't have crazy mods. She's at 185. And plus at 50, she's going to be at 235. So she's going to fit in pretty dang well in my turn order here. So you don't need to be that fast. Same can kind of be said about GK here. The faster he is, yeah, it's going to be easier to get more dispelling and a huge mass assist. But he doesn't need this fast. Mine's 285. You could probably rock him, 200, 220, 240-ish, around there. Make him just mod him for a lot of, this is going to be said about any tank in the game. You just want to mod them for a lot of tankiness, protection, HP, defense, all that sort of stuff. So you don't need GK or really Ahsoka to be that fast. I would, though, suggest your Anakin to be fast no matter what. And your Padmé if you're not fighting against Malaks. If you wanted to slot out Malak and use somebody traditional like 3PO, Yoda, R2, those guys I would still say you need to be kind of fast as well. But the only two here I can say probably don't need that fast mods are GK and Ahsoka. So moving on. We're not going to chat. I guess we could chat about the Ewoks. The Ewoks. We've gone over this in my other video. You want Paploo to be fast so he can give out turn meter to Logray, which in turn gives out more turn meter to everybody else, and they all get full turn meter. So I guess in this team, let's see. Wicket, he just does a bunch of damage, You know how Wicket is. Chirpa could be said about the same thing. Pretty much though, if you have a fast Paploo giving the turn meter to your Logray, and then he gives out more turn meter to everybody, you don't need anybody to be fast besides those two. Or really just Paploo. So, just Paploo here be fast, everybody else can be decently slow. So that's that team, the Ewoks, right? And then offense, Gas. So Gas, this one's pretty easy, guys. I like this team a lot because it does not take up a whole lot of fast mods, and yet it can counter pretty much every team in the game. So with this guy and this team, the only person you need to be fast is Rex. Rex needs to give out that extra turn meter to everybody at the first of the turn and the start of the battle. And what that means is he's going to be giving out, if you go to his ability, 60% turn meter with this form up. And that grants to every clone trooper ally. And then half of that goes to non-clone trooper allies, which is Gas here. And if you mod Gas correctly and you make sure that he gets the right amount of turn meter after he uses that special on Rex, he'll get full turn meter as well. So this is easy. You only need Rex to be fast. Everybody else can be slow. So just to show you guys my speeds here, my Gas is at 200 speed. And yes, that is enough after Rex goes and uses his form up and the turn meter. It does give him 100% turn meter, or close to it, to go before the enemy team. And then Echo and everybody else, Echo 5's Arc, they don't need fast mods at all because with that extra turn meter, they get full no matter what, guys, no matter what. So that's really easy. Very simple. Very, very simple. So that's that team. And this team, the JKR team, I would say a couple you don't need to be crazy fast on. The other ones I would say you either need to be crazy fast or decently fast. So the fast ones here, I would say Hermit and your Revan, with Bastila being kind of fast because you do want her to get her extra buffs going on Yoda quick as possible. And then the two I probably wouldn't say you need crazy mods on or really no fast mods on at all is Jolie. Jolie does get a little bit more with more speed, rather. He gets a little bit more of his assists off and reducing his cooldowns off earlier, which are nice. But I don't run mine fast at all. In fact, mine is only at 194 speed. How I like modding my guy for Jolie is crit avoidance and also a lot of HP, but most importantly is defense. The defense here is really clutch because when you're using him under like a Bastila lead versus Grievous or even under, JKR, the higher his defense is, and partnering that with Relic Jolie and having HP and protection, he is so hard to kill. He is almost impossible to kill, and he is one of my favorites on this team because he doesn't need crazy fast. With the JKR lead, you get some more speed, and with Bastila, you get some more turn meter. So I wouldn't say he needs to be crazy fast or really fast at all. Mod him for defense and HP and some crit avoidance, so he doesn't ever have to get crit. And then for Yoda, he doesn't need fast at all because with all of these assisting, with Hermit Yoda's a Grandmaster training, JKR's mark, he's going to be going no matter what. He will go and get full turn meter too, so he doesn't need fast either. Mine is at 250. Yeah, that might be a little bit faster for most people, but you could rock him at 200 speed. He's going to be fine. He is one of the fastest characters in the game, though, so it's kind of easy to get him kind of decently fast, right? So that's Yoda. yeah, so moving on, is CLS. So CLS, it really depends on how you use this team for their counters. So in my counters, I need my CLS and my Chewie and my Old Ben to be kind of fast. My Han and my 3PO don't need to be that fast though. And if I were to run Watt here, my Watt doesn't need fast either. But the reasons why I want my CLS and my Chewie and even Old Ben to be fast is for Old Ben, he needs to get his mind tricks off early in the game. I like to have Chewie fast so he can do his AoE early on, and then that helps with lowering gas into his cover. And then I like my CLS to be fast to, of course, inflict his debuffs and give that more turn meter. Han doesn't need to be fast here because he already gets a lot of turn meter from, CLS, how he works, his leadership, and his unique. And if you have Old Ben fast, you don't need a fast Han because he's going to mind trick somebody and most likely get turn meter reduction on either everybody or most of the people, the most important people rather. So Han doesn't need fast in this counter. I really wouldn't even say he needs to be fast in a whole lot of counters. Besides, I would say the Darth Revan counter, because he does need to be kind of fast in that counter. But in this counter, he doesn't need to be fast at all. 240 speed, 84 extra speed. He's totally fine here. I have yet to really lose because of his speed. He just does the damage, guys. That's what he's here for. 3PO, he can be fast in this counter, and I would say he should be fast in every other counter out there and how you want to use him. But in this team, I like to time it so Han goes and shoots and puts gas into cover, and then 3PO does his assist when gas is into cover. So I have him slower. I think I have him so Han goes right before 3PO goes. So that's why he's not that fast. Keep in mind, though, that he does get 20 extra speed from his protocol droid unique. 20 extra speed here. So keep that in mind, guys. So you saw my Han was 240. With that unique, he's going to be 237. So perfect turn meter and turns there. So that's that team. Traya and Sion. So this team, I guess you can toss in Nihilus here. I would say for the most part, having everybody there kind of decently fast is very nice. I guess you could say, though, you don't need a crazy fast Nihilus. So I'm going to just go over here to Nihilus. So Nihilus, the reason you don't need him to be that fast is because he gets turn meter whenever Traya or Sion are inflicted with a debuff. But the reason I would still go for some speed is because he is helpful in other counters and how you want to use him otherwise. So like in this counter, to counter Grievous, he is super awesome to have some fast speed mods on. Let me just toss on my boy IPD though. That's the 9U counter. So for Traya and Sion though, they should be kind of fast, especially the Geo counter. I would say you should probably shoot for 250 plus on both of them, still maintaining the crit avoidance and the HP mods. So just for them. I want to get Gear 13 Traya here soon. So her mods, okay, I guess, nothing crazy. 230, yeah, she's a bit slow. I want to get her up there, though. I do. And then Sion E is kind of fast. Unnecessary fast. You don't need to be this fast, guys. So that's him, 283. But really, if you just have, Gear 13 Traya and Sion, they don't need to be fast whatsoever versus the Geos. They can just 2v5 those guys all day long. So that's them. Emperor Palpatine. I guess this is a different team, though. Toss out, BSF. Toss out Darth Nihilus. Toss in, a Death Trooper TIE Fighter pilot. Toss in, Vader. Whoever you want to. Tarkin. The ones I would say you want to be fast there are just the Terminator guys who get the train rolling, which is TIE Fighter and Vader, especially Vader. Here I use Bastila Shan Fallen a lot because I'm telling you guys, her and Emperor Palpatine are a match made in heaven. I love it. They work so good together. But if you wanted to not use her there and you wanted to use her for Darth Revan, well, then I would probably use Vader and another Empire or Sith, making sure that Vader goes first, getting on the Terminator. You'll be fine. So really just have a fast Vader. Everybody else can be slow. And yeah, that's that team, I guess. Crew in First Order here. I would say the ones you don't need to be fast at all are your FOX Executioner. Your First Order Executioner here does not need to be fast whatsoever. The ones that do need to be fast, though, Crew and Officer. With this new addition of Hux and Sith Trooper, I would say Hux needs to be fast. Sith Trooper can be kind of slow. Here I use this counter versus Nightsisters, so it's definitely differently modding than how you guys would mod yours. But if you were to run, a Stormtrooper here, or a TIE pilot there, they don't need to be fast either. The ones that I don't think need to be fast here are those pilots, Stormtrooper, and Executioner. The others I would say to shoot for to be fast, especially the OG Kylo. He should be kind of fast as well. So that's that team, to use those guys and how you want to speed them up. And then this team here, not first order, is Resistance. So in Resistance, everybody here needs to be kind of fast. The ones I can kind of say no speed on are the non-droids and the no JTR. So pretty much everybody else, like Finn, Trooper, Holdo, anybody else like that's not a droid in that faction or that isn't JTR. You want those droids and JTR to be fast so you can get that more turn meter and more burns and more, getting more turns going with the burns, the exposes, the crits. Trooper and Finn don't need to be that fast because they're already going to get a lot of turn meter from the droids and JTR going anyways. So that's that team. It's pretty simple. I'm sure you guys already know that with how JTR runs and functions. And then this is just kind of, I guess, some of the teams I might have missed. So Nest, if you were to use Nest on offense, you want her to be kind of just high tenacity, no speed at all. Defensively, I would say some speed is nice. Thrawn, fast mods, so he's not going to be slow. Wampa is kind of similar to Nest, though. You want her to, or you want, Wampa's a her, right? Wampa, her, him, I don't know. Her, Wampa to be kind of, fast a little bit, but always focus on that offense and crit damage on Wampa. And then the teams I think I might have missed here, let's just check them out. So, Troopers. So, yeah, Troopers, you for sure want your Starks, and I would say Death Trooper and even Veers to be kind of fast. The ones you don't need to be fast, though, are, Snow Trooper, Shore Trooper. I would like Range Trooper to be kind of fast, even this other Stormtrooper here. So, in this team, really, you need fast Stark and some others, but you don't need a fast Snow or Shore. So, that's that team. It's kind of easy. Anybody else we might have missed here? I guess Old Republic. You don't need a fast Mission. You don't need a fast Canderous or Juhani. I would say you only really need fast Zalbar and Karth, right? Yeah, Karth and Zalbar need to be fast there. So that's that team. Just how those guys kind of function is pretty simple. And I think that's about it. I might have missed one. I'm not too sure, though. But that's pretty much it, guys. Just some of these teams that I would say you don't need fast mods on, or really no fast mods on at all. My teams I like to use, I already showed you. Maybe I missed some. You guys let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, guys, I like doing these videos. I think they're fun to do, and helping you guys out is always fun. So, yeah, if you guys do want to, I do my GAC streams. Go check them out. Every time I go live is pretty much whenever GAC for the tag phase goes live. So go check them out on my YouTube. So yeah, I love my my little strat here. If you guys want to, go check out those streams and such. But yeah, today's video is who doesn't need fast mods on, or mods, or really any. They don't need me fast. That's my video today. Those are the guys we went over. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it around. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to sub. We are going to try to hit 8K subs here soon. And with that being said, we will do another giveaway for the Hyperdrive bundle. So make sure you guys share this channel around. Make sure if you are new to sub. And let's try to hit that 8K sub goal, guys. It would be awesome. It would be huge. So please share it around and do that for me. On top of that, if you guys do want to support me out, there are a couple ways. We have a Patreon, and we also have channel memberships. So that's great ways to support me as well if you guys do feel inclined to. Besides that, though, we have a Discord to chat around and, just hang out all the time. I'm always there. Thank you guys for watching it again. With that being said, I will see you all later. Peace out.